All right.
Man, oh man, 2026, man. Would have thought. I would have thought.
We made it, Rich. We made it. Another year.
Yeah, another year, another dollar. Gonna be a lot of fun, man. Let's get right into it, man. We
Let's do it.
how's everything on your end?
Yeah, no complaints. Although I've been I've been sick for like a week and a half now. I don't know what's going on. Not like a debilitating, more of like an annoying like cough and just kind of low energy. Kind of sucks. But other than that, no complaints from my side. How about you?
Man, just staying low key, man. You can't do what we used to when it came to New Year's. So
Oh
the
yeah, no.
the recruit time takes way too long. So just taking it easy, man.
It ain't worth it.
Nah, too much house stuff to do. To, so can't go out for too long.
No.
I mean, let's get right into it, man. We got with the last week of the regular season kickoff finish up for the NFL. I mean, won't go through all the games because some of these games didn't really matter. But
Hmm.
I mean, Saturday we had the Panthers versus Buccaneers. The winner of this game would get into the playoffs, and your Panthers did it, man. Finally, how you feeling, man?
Well, they didn't, and then they did. Um, so yeah, Saturday they take the loss against Tampa. Really in a sloppy, messy game. Um, and at the longest of odds, Atlanta beating the Rams last week opened the door for this, but yeah, they Atlanta came through and beat the Saints and knocked the Bucks out and put the Panthers in the playoffs. I don't know what to think of this team. I think that anything could happen on Saturday. From getting blown out by 40 or winning by a touchdown. So they're an interesting team. Quarterback is say mediocre with some pretty good weapons and a pretty good defense. So and it seems like the coach is good, which is huge. So yeah, people around here pretty excited, pretty happy. But I wouldn't get too overjoyed making the playoffs at 8 and 9 personally.
Hey, but it's a home game, right? So I
It's a
mean,
home game.
anything can happen, right? But
Sure can.
unfortunately, I think this is going to be the end of their road
Yeah,
on Saturday.
I do too.
And then we had the Seahawks versus the 49ers. I mean, I thought this was going to be a high scoring game. 49ers had a lot to play here. If they would have won, they could have been in the driver's seat pretty much the whole playoffs. But
Hmm.
Seahawks, they spoiled the party, man. Your boy Sam Darnold, back to back 14 win seasons. How you feeling, man?
Yeah, he did enough to win, right? I didn't think it was anything special, but he didn't turn the ball over. And he let the defense kind of do their thing against Purdy and company. They were off balance all night. I know they didn't have Trent Williams, but the offense had just put up 42 against the Bears, was held to 3.
Yep.
So yeah, I thought the Seahawks played well, and now everything runs through Seattle, which is as we know is not the easiest place to play.
Oh no, yeah. I mean, with their defense and then the 12 man uh, for that crowd, it's gonna be a hard day for a lot of people, man.
Yep.
And then Sunday we have the Colts versus the Texans. I mean, this game really didn't mean much for the Colts. Texans, they just kind of fine tuning some things and make sure they're in a better position on playoff time. Um, I mean, I'm interested to see how far that defense can take them come
Yeah.
playoff time.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. The defense is solid, but yeah, how far can they go?
Oh yeah, and then the Browns they beat the Bengals. Your boy Garrett Wilson, he gets the all time leading sack number at 23. I know some people weren't happy about that. They kind of said he had the extra game, but when you think about it, he actually took a lot more snaps compared to the previous people that were tied up there. pretty much almost like 2.5 games. You look at the snaps, he did it, but
Yeah.
pretty much less. But I mean, definitely one of those records I thought he would break. Uh, Phenomenal athlete. You see him playing basketball in the off season. I mean, he's just a beast out there. So happy
Yeah.
for him. Um, I don't want to say I'm kind of happy that he stayed with the Browns, but it says a lot about his character.
For sure. For sure.
For him not trying to jump ship. So, they got a lot. They got a lot they can look forward to come next season. So, it's gonna be interesting to see in that division.
Yeah. Yeah. There's that whole division, and we'll get into it, was kind of shaken up today, I think. Browns obviously not having Stefanski, and what's going to happen at quarterback there. I thought Shador played pretty well, coming down the stretch. And then the Bengals, obviously they got the offense, but, can they do anything defensively? And they got to protect Joe. And does Joe even want to be there?
Right.
So and it sounded like Jamar Chase did not want Taylor back. But we all know Mike Brown is the cheapest guy in the NFL and doesn't fire anybody. He kept Marvin Lewis there for an ungodly amount of time. So yeah, I think, and again with Harbaugh getting fired today, that whole division is a little bit in flux. And to be honest, I don't know if the Steelers fans want Mike Tomlin there. I think
Yeah.
he sort of backed his way into the
Another year.
playoffs as well, and maybe another year. Who knows if they get blown out? It could be that could be it for Mike Tomlin too. I mean, you can only go 9-8 so many years. You can only hold on to that what was it, 2009 Super Bowl?
Hmm.
So how long can you play that for? I don't know.
I mean, we're
That
gonna
whole
see.
division that whole division is going to be it's going to be a wild off season for that.
Yeah. I mean, not to say that he survives, but still, I think any other team would love to have him compared to how the Steelers fans feel about him. So, um, what I mind, I would more so mind seeing him go somewhere else than stay with the Steelers.
Yeah.
It just seems like like I said before, they don't give him a lot to work with, and he's doing the best that he can with what he's given, and still getting into the playoffs. So,
Yep.
and then oh, then we got the NFL Wildcard weekend. What the hell happened to my oh dang.
You
So
good?
we got yeah. I'll just put my NBA's ahead of my Wildcard weekend or something. Uh, Saturday we got the Rams versus the Panthers, like we mentioned before. Definitely rolling with the Rams on this one. I think Puka has a big day. Um, I just think the Panthers aren't going to be able to stop the Rams offensively.
It sounds like Devonta Adams should be back too.
Yeah, that's another headache to worry about. So
Right.
I don't think the Panthers have two shutdown corners, and a great front four to get to the quarterback, like some of these other teams. So
Hmm.
it's going to be fun while it lasting. I think they'll put up some points, of course, but I think it's more so going to be good for them to get a taste of the playoffs, see how it's like. So I
Yeah,
know the fan base is kind of wanted it for a while.
for sure.
And then we got the Packers versus the Bears. I ain't gonna lie, I'm not watching this game. Any Packers game is gonna be low scoring. It's gonna be a 13-10 game or a 12-9 game, all field goals. Um, Honestly, I want the Bears to win so they get the Packers out of here so we don't get nasty football matchups. But I wouldn't be surprised if they did win.
Yeah, this could be an ugly game, or it could be a shootout. I think you can almost go either way. The Packers defense is really beat up. So and obviously Jordan Love coming off injury. Don't know what that's going to look like. So should be. And this is the third time they're playing. So I, who knows? They're 1-1 on the season. We'll see. we'll see what happens. But they're in Chicago, so there's that.
Yeah, I mean that's going to be one of the things that's on their side, but still,
Hmm.
man, I just feel like when these a lot of the anytime somebody plays the Packers, these games are just I
Yeah,
won't say horrible football, but they're just it's just not high scoring at all. Um,
yeah.
um, Bears. I figure they're gonna figure out some way how to put up some numbers. I mean, they've been doing it up pretty much all season. But like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if they did lose this game just because it's a divisional matchup, and these
Hmm.
teams are so used to each other. And then as far as the Sunday games, I actually like the wild card weekend because it's like one game on at a time, so you ain't got to really be bouncing back and forth. Um, we got the Sunday, we got the Bills versus the Jaguars, and I hate to say it, man, but this might be the upset of the weekend, man. I think the Jaguars are gonna upset the Bills. Jaguars defense is playing great. They've been using Trevor Lawrence more like Josh Allen. We've seen the past few weeks how he's been playing, and the Bills defense has not been the greatest. So I think it's going to be a high scoring game. I'll probably go with both quarterbacks getting a rushing touchdown as one of my parlays, just in case you're listening. But somehow, some way, I think the Jaguars are going to pull this one out, man.
Hmm. Yeah, I do like the Jaguars as well. Their defense has been top notch, and Lawrence has been playing pretty well. So, but yeah, the Sunday slate, I think it gets off to a good start there.
Surprised you went with it, man. Your boy Josh Allen took you to the chip, man, for fantasy football, man. But
I know, but I felt like they looked good. They've looked good for a while now, and yeah,
yeah, that's probably going to be one of the better games of the week, to be honest. So,
yeah,
um, and then we got the 49ers versus the Eagles. I feel like this one is going to be a little notch above the Packers and Bears game where we're going to see a lot of defense, but um, somehow, some way, I think the Eagles are going to pull this one out. I feel like the Eagles just do just enough to win the game. Um, whether it be getting AJ Brown the catches he needs or running Saquon as needed. I just feel like they're kind of coasting. Maybe they turn it up during the playoffs and go crazy, but we're gonna have to wait and see, man. Hello?
sorry, cut out for a second. Yeah, the, that game, honestly, like it's gonna be the in between game for me because I'm curious on the Chargers Patriots. That 4 o'clock there. I don't know. We'll see. I'm excited for the Jaguars. Excited for the Patriots game. This one I'm a little less excited for, but I think overall, it's a good Sunday slate.
Yeah, I think by halftime you're gonna know how these
Yeah,
the 49ers and Eagles game is gonna be, and then the same
yeah,
thing for the Chargers and the Patriots game.
yeah,
Um, honestly, both these other two games we could probably skip, but I'll definitely keep an eye out for them.
yeah. I just don't know how much more I can watch this Eagles offense, but maybe they dial it up in the playoffs here.
Yeah. And then I mean, the Chargers versus the Patriots. I honestly think I don't know if the Chargers are going to be up for this one. Um, I don't know, man. I feel like something's going on with the Patriots. I don't think they get to the Super Bowl, but I think they have enough to beat the Chargers, man.
Yeah, I honestly think that the Chargers come in and dominate them defensively. I don't know why. I just feel like they haven't played a really good defensive team all year. And um Harbaugh's I don't know. I don't know what Justin Herbert's going to look like. Obviously he's been out, but I feel like this is the perfect Jim Harbaugh game where he comes in and just beats the snot out of you. But we'll see. It could go. I think obviously they got Vrabel on the other side, who's kind of got the similar mindset. So maybe he could match tit for tat.
Yeah, I mean, they said, like I said, man, these later games are kind of going to be pretty much determined if I want to watch them come halftime.
Yeah.
So, and then as far as the Monday night game, we got the Texans versus Steelers. I think this Texans defense gets after it, and the Texans put up a lot of points just because their defense is going to score. Um, as far as the Steelers, it's going to be a nightmare for Aaron Rodgers. He's going to be getting sacked all over the place, picked off. I don't see the Steelers winning this game, man. Unfortunately.
Yeah, it's a tough matchup for them. Obviously that Texans defense is uh, nothing to be trifled with. They're bruisers. Um, yeah, it's gonna be it's gonna be Aaron Rodgers is gonna wish he probably didn't play another game.
Yeah, this might be the reason why he retires after this week. So, and then outside of that, I mean, we got the Seahawks and the Broncos. They're waiting in the wing with the buys. Um, we got a few coaching firings in the NFL. Um, Atlanta, they got rid of their coach. Arizona, the Browns. Your boy Harbaugh, he's out at Baltimore. Um, your boy Kingsbury, probably going back to college. Because they kind of parted ways. Um, I'm interested to see where Harbaugh goes, man.
I mean, early accounts are it looks like Giants are after him for good reason. He's a good coach. He builds a good program, um, and I think the Giants have some of the pieces already there. In terms of quarterback, built a lot on the line, got a high pick, got some weapons on the outside. Um, so I think it's a good landing spot for him. Um, but we'll see. I don't know where else he would go. That would be appetizing, for lack of a better term.
I mean,
I
I
think
would
you
say
have
Atlanta. I would say
Atlanta.
Atlanta, but their cap situation
Yeah,
is crap right now.
yeah, and they have a problem at quarterback. I think. We don't know if Penix is the guy. Penix is the guy. Cousins just reworked his contract, so he may have another year there. I don't know. Uh, but yeah, I think the Giants are probably his best situation.
Yeah, pretty much. I wouldn't mind seeing him as a Giant head coach. He runs a great system. Um, Good
Yeah,
at developing quarterbacks, but I would be more so interested to see who he brings along with him as far as his offensive coordinator and the defensive coordinator. We've seen some other assistant coaches under his wing go out and get head coaching jobs. So, he knows how to hire the right guys. He's won a Super Bowl
hmm
with Joe Flacco, right? Um,
yeah,
Not to say Dart will be better than Flacco, but it indicates that he will be. We have Malik Neighbors, we have Tracy Scatterbo. I don't know if Wendell Robinson will come back. He's going to hit the free agent market, so we definitely need a receiver. Offensive line still need help. So um, we have some pieces, but uh, it's going to have to be willing and dealing to get them where they need to be. So if I'm Atlanta, I'm trading to get Kyler Murray, and then sending Cousins on his way, and then
What do you
Penix
do with
is
What do you do with so what do you do with Penix?
he's still on a rookie deal, so he's gonna have to sit down. So there's nothing you can do about that. I mean, he'll be a decent backup, but that's about it, man. Because I feel like a Kyler Murray and the Atlanta Falcons jersey with the number 7 is going to set that city on fire. But you
Yeah,
know, I doubt they would do that.
yeah.
They're not ready for something like that. So, and then outside of that, I mean, you got the NFL mock draft coming up, man. Well, the draft coming up in a few months, but the mock drafts are out, man. You got the Raiders at 1. You got your Jets at 2, man. How you feeling about your pick, man?
Uh, well. if the Oregon quarterback comes out, I think you got to take a shot, depending on whether they go Mendoza one or what's his name, Dante Moore.
Yep.
Dante Moore one. Yeah, I mean that's probably your play. If Moore doesn't come out and Raiders go Mendoza, man, I don't know.
How do you feel? You feel like
Well,
is there somebody? Is
load
there
up,
somebody?
load up somewhere, I guess. I don't know. I think freaking Todd McShay's like, don't go to the Jets. I freaking hate that guy. Like, go to hell, dude. Don't come out. Don't play for the Jets. They're a terrible organization. Well, how do you think they get better? Like, the Raiders, you think anyone that's drafting between 1 and 4, probably not the best organization. Let's be real. So, like, how do you fix that? You get drafted and you go there and you freaking fix it. Like, I mean, oh man, that Todd McShay, I about lost it when I was reading that quote. Like, God, you suck. But yeah, I don't know if they don't have one of those two guys. I don't know if you trade back and try to get a high pick for next year. I don't know. Where you can load up on the defensive side of the ball, and like you said, maybe you trade for a Kyler Murray, or you try to sign like a Malik Willis for a couple of years. I don't know. I
Yeah,
mean,
I mean, that's,
the Jets need to work on their coaching staff, I think, and make sure that they have the right pieces in place to when they draft these guys, that they can develop them and keep them. I think that's the problem.
yeah.
The,
I
the
mean,
drafting the drafting has, like, I know we've talked about it on here before. The drafting hasn't been a problem. They've drafted good players, and then they have a shitty record, and then they just trade them for more picks, and they keep drafting good players. It's like, you got to fix the system.
oh yeah. I mean, it's
I know
gonna
a
be
lot
interesting.
a lot of that rides on a quarterback too. So
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be interesting to see how things pan out as far as the quarterback situation. I mean, Daniel Jones is a free agent, man, potentially.
mhm. Yeah.
Uh, so
Yeah,
I mean,
coming
you
off an
know,
Achilles injury, though. I mean, you saw what happened with Kirk Cousins. So
yeah, I mean, but he wasn't. That's the thing. He wasn't really running around too much.
hmm
Um, I mean, it's gonna be interesting to see as far as like
yeah,
what quarterbacks come out who decides to who people go after as far as free agents. There's not really any quarterbacks, major other quarterbacks that are going to be free agents. Um, I don't want to say you trade for Kirk Cousins or something. Maybe you bring in your boy Mac Attack, man.
Mac Jones.
Yeah, maybe bring in Mac Jones, man.
I don't know. I think you're grasping at straws at that point.
Well, I mean, if you bring him, let's say your quarterback doesn't come out, then I think you go get Mac Jones, and then you pretty much just load up in all the positions, and then maybe if Mac Jones doesn't pan out, then next year you go get Arch or one of these other
Yeah,
quarterbacks
right.
coming out. So yeah, you get Mac Jones, you sign Kyle Pitts, they get you some defensive players, and then you draft a receiver. So
hmm
you're right back in this, man.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's there. It's there. There's no doubt. But I just think they need more help than that. But we'll see.
And then outside of that, maybe we got the Giants at the fifth pick again. I mean, feel like we've been at the same pick every freaking year because we want to win games at the end of the season. Even though we don't need the quarterback, but I think it's better to have the top pick when you don't need a quarterback and you just trade out, get more picks. But
hmm
right now, obviously, we do need some receiver help. We can always use another defensive player, an offensive lineman. Um, if the top offensive lineman is off the board, then I think we go receiver. Neighbors is coming off an injury. I think it'd be great to have another target out on the other side of him. And then with Wendell Robinson gone, pretty much got your Cincinnati light team with your two receivers and your quarterback, and a running back. So you just got to fix the O line, heavy on the offensive line in the later rounds, and then just keep building out that defense, man.
Yep.
But I mean, I'm interested to see how this draft plays out, man. Whether it be the quarterback,
Oh, for sure.
and then also these other teams that are normally playoffs teams that are in the top 10, such as the Chiefs, to see what they do, see what the Bengals do if they're able to rebuild anything on that defense. But it's going to be interesting to watch.
Hmm. For sure.
And then I think that's it for NFL. I don't think there's anything else. And then on to the NBA. Not too much here. You do have your Celtics sitting at the second place spot in the East. I know you with no Tatum. Um, Now, I mean, this is just more reason for him to come back, which I don't want him to come back, but he's probably going to come back now. So, like I said, man, it's going to be
Yeah,
it's going to be crazy if he comes back and you guys are able to get to the finals with him. Something.
for sure. Yeah, I mean, long way to go, obviously, but I think they played well without him. I think this was going to be sort of a throwaway year, and it's been not that. So yeah, it's kind of impressive what they're doing, and it's given a lot of hope for if Tatum comes back and he's healthy, he's 100% come April May. Yeah, you're obviously adding an All NBA guy into a team that's kind of figured out how to play without him. So it can only go up from there.
Yeah, pretty much, man. It's going to be, like I said, if he comes back and you're sitting at 1 or 2, I mean, to have home court throughout, it's still going to be hard to beat you guys. So,
Mm.
whether he comes back or not. Do I want to see it happen? No, but it might happen. But I mean, ultimately, it's just going to come down to who you guys will match up with in the West.
Right.
If you guys don't make it, then obviously I'm rooting for my Knicks. But we're kind of struggling right now because Josh Hart got hurt, the heart of our team. Mr. Hustle 2026, 25, whatever you want to call it. But I think once he comes back, we get back on track. Because we're able to beat most of these teams in the East. The cat situation just kills me. He just doesn't. He has like a good game every other game, and then some of these games he falls out like I
Yeah.
don't say on purpose. He just commits a lot of stupid fouls in the first quarter. Like, bro, like he's on the
Yeah.
court.
Right.
Mitchell Robinson is playing great, offensive rebound king. And then we got our wings, OG and Bridges are playing good. I mean, overall, I like the way Woodson's coaching them. He's just playing the bench. Our bench
Yep.
guys are playing, so we just got to keep it up. So.
Yep.
And then as far as the West, OKC they took a bunch of losses. When I mean a bunch, they just took like pretty much 5.
It felt like a lot though.
I mean, for them it's a lot. I mean, they're at 7 losses now, so that record is out the window. I don't know what happened. Maybe they're gassed out. They need a break. But I mean, there's still a lot of basketball to be played. So they lost to the Hornets the other day. I was like, I don't know what's going on. I feel like the fix is in. Like,
Yeah, they
but
probably thought it was going to be a throwaway game, and then they, just got lazy.
yeah, I don't know what they did, man. It's crazy, but
Yeah.
we're gonna have to wait and see how it pans out for them. But I mean, ultimately, they're probably one of the teams I think people are thinking are going to win the West, but I honestly think they're going to lose to the Nuggets this season. Even though Joker's out, and they got a bunch of players out on the Nuggets. Nuggets
Yeah.
are pretty much not too far behind them and the Spurs. I I think it's gonna be I think it's gonna be interesting to see where those other two teams finish because I think if you're at the 3 spot, you're gonna have to go through the 1. So I think it's there. Is it that way? No. It's 1-8, 2-7, 3-6, 4-5. So maybe you go through the
Hmm.
3. So
Hmm.
because I mean, I think either of those teams can beat them. So they're not looking as invincible as they did now that they have the losses. So
Right. Right. Yeah, they looked a little more human since the loss of the NBA Cup there, and San Antonio's gotten them a couple times now. So um, yeah, they're looking a little more beatable lately.
yeah, San Antonio got them 3 times. That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Well, I mean, you can't. I mean, you, it's not crazy when you think about who's on that team. You got your boy,
Sure.
The Wembster.
The Webster.
Yeah, the Wembster. Um, Catching alley oops backwards. Um, Catching inbound dunks. I mean, he's gonna be
It's
great.
crazy.
So I just hope he stays healthy, man.
I know. I know. That's the big thing with him. It's like you, you, you know he's just so fun to watch, but you could tell just by looking at him he looks a little fragile. So
Yeah, you feel like the wrong
yeah,
move, he's gonna be out for a while, man.
exactly.
And then I think that's it for the NBA. I don't think there's anything else. Oh, we got the Trey Young situation. He's working with the team to get traded. You know, I think that situation will be interesting to see where he goes as well. They're rumored a bunch of different teams, Spurs being one of them.
Hmm.
I don't know how he'll fit on the Spurs with De'Aaron Fox. Let alone who would you have to give up to get him? If you don't have
Right.
to give up if you don't have to give up anybody and just picks, I mean, if you're the Spurs, I make that move ASAP. I mean
Yeah.
that allows Fox to go to the 2 spot and he could just score, and then Trey Young can go up and down the court throwing alley oops to freaking Wemby all day. But
Yeah.
I feel like at that point there's just too many guards. So um, I don't know where he goes. I saw Dallas trying to get in the mix, but I mean they already got Kyrie in the wing, so
Hmm.
is I think he can help a team that's in the playoffs to get over the hump that's missing that point guard. I feel like a team like the Pelicans could use him. Um, they don't really have nobody that can facilitate. I feel like they got a bunch of wings, but
Yeah.
like I said, it's just gonna be interesting to see who what the asking price is for him.
Right.
Um, so Atlanta's pretty much moved on, and they're focusing their energy on Johnson, um, another Duke player. So
Duke players everywhere, Rich.
yep, gonna be another 2 coming out this year and next
Yeah.
year. So um,
The Boozer clan.
yep, and then what you call it? I don't think Giannis is gonna get traded, man. I feel like it's
No,
just
I don't think so either.
I feel like they just pussyfooting around
Yeah.
over there, and they just one minute he's happy, one minute he wants to go, and like they don't really have anybody to like build around. Like
Yeah.
it's just him. They don't have
Right.
anybody wants. It's just like
Well, I saw Trey Young, one of his potential landing spots uh, was Milwaukee.
Milwaukee.
It was Milwaukee, the Celtics, and one other one. I'm
I
like,
think he's
why would
gonna
the
go
Celtics want him?
at a point guard. I mean, if you're able to get him in the big, and then you got uh, I don't, if you had to give up what's Simmons for him, would you do it?
Anthony Simons?
Yeah, Simons. Yeah.
Um, I don't know. I don't know if I like his game. He needs to have the ball in his hand a lot, and then you're gonna have Tatum and Brown who also are going to want the ball a lot. So it's tough.
I think you have to coach it a certain way. I think you have to have it where I don't know. Maybe you put them in. Maybe you put you let Brown do one on one at time. You let Tatum do one on one at times, and then you just.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think in order for it to work, Trae Young is going to have to become like the Chris Bosh,
I'd
and
almost want him as like the spot up shooter. You know what I mean?
yeah, but I feel like also at times when you're able to take Brown and Tatum out the game for a rest, now you let him go crazy, throw assists with a big or something. I say if you get a big with him, then
Yeah.
he can lob it up to the big. He get other guys involved like the fast PP and some of the
Yeah.
other bench guys open for threes. I
Sure.
mean, it could work. You have to coach it a weird way, but I don't. He would have to be willing to sacrifice parts of his game as far as not holding the ball as much. And
Mm-hmm.
honestly, if I could, I would do it. But
Yeah.
so we're gonna have to wait and see though. Outside of that, it's not really much else in the NBA. And then nothing really in the WNBA. They just for trying to get this deal done, but looking suspect. They did start the rivals season. I like watching it because the players go at it. It's kind of fun. Um, they did interview some people and asked about the deal. It's interesting that they were saying that the WNBA is in the process of trying to get the deal done, but they can't get the deal done because they're complaining
Mm-hmm.
about the money side. But meanwhile, they have this rival league that's paying them pretty much what they're asking for.
Right.
So I feel like a strike is imminent for the WNBA, but as I say, if somebody puts more money into these rivals and they make a league, and it might be over for the WNBA.
Yeah.
They better stop complaining about these splits and just let it rock. Because I mean,
Right.
they're already making hand over fist. I think they're at like 60% comp of the WNBA anyway. The players aren't really getting much. So, but I mean, we have to wait and see, man. But money's gonna do the talking.
Yeah.
Don't let Netflix get into this talking about, hey, we'll throw in some money to this rival league if we could do 5-on-5 and
Yeah.
give us 20 game season. I mean, they got the money. Somebody's
They
got
do.
the money.
They do.
Um,
They do.
then MLB, they're in the off season. Free agency going on now. Bunch of players swapping pitchers. That's what it looks. It looks like a bunch of pitchers are going all different places. Um, I can't really judge who won out, who didn't. Unfortunately, it wasn't the Yankees. Um, then we got college football, man. We got the college football playoffs. We're down to the semifinals. We got Oregon versus Indiana. Pretty much winner of this game is going to be determined which quarterback is going to go first. I don't know how I feel about this, man.
I like
I'm
it.
not
I
sold.
like Indiana. Yeah, I like Indiana still.
I do, but as far as the quarterbacks, I can't really say I'm sold on either, man. I can't really say I'm
He,
sold on either yet.
I like Mendoza. I think he's kind of got the work ethic I like. I honestly haven't watched much of Oregon, so I don't know much about them. So I can't really say either way on Dante Moore.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I feel like Oregon's always in the mix, but offensively, they never really had a great quarterback come out of Oregon.
Right. Right. Exactly.
Um, so I mean, uh,
Marcus Mariota.
yeah, but he's not. He's a backup now.
I know. I know.
Like if like most schools, I could say, oh, they had a quarterback that came out that was a franchise quarterback, or like. But some of these
Yeah.
schools,
Well, you can't say
they,
it about Ohio State either. I mean, Ohio State hasn't put out good quarterbacks, and they've won national championships. So
I mean,
you know,
technically you can, because they did have Joe Burrow, but he transferred out. But
oh,
um,
he never played there.
yeah, I mean technically, but um, trying to think. I mean CJ, but that would be the next closest one. He's probably one of
Yeah.
the better ones, but still, like yeah, like you said, some of these schools they don't really produce the best quarterbacks. So,
Yep.
I don't, like I said, I don't know how to feel about it yet. Um, I got I, even at the college level, I can't really. Some of these people I can't really tell.
Yeah,
Like,
it's tough. It's tough. I mean, I mean, obviously there's the home runs like the Joe Burrow, um, Andrew Luck, guys like that. But then, for every handful of those, there's the Justin Fields. There's, gosh, I mean, there's a million busts that come out. So it's hard. And then you got guys like Josh Allen who are in Wyoming and
Armin, yeah.
had a big arm and not much else. But if you get the right coach, I mean, who knows? I think that's why the Colts drafted Anthony Richardson so high is because his athletic ability is insane. Unfortunately, you still have to have some sort of an idea of how to play quarterback, and that's I think that's what was missing there. But I don't know. It's tough. I like Mendoza's size. I think he's what 6'4",
Hmm.
6'5", solid dude. Kind of corny, kind of like that. So
Yeah, he's kind of like Tebow-ish. When he's
a little
talking,
bit.
like he's talking about God and all this stuff. It's like, bro, relax, man. But I mean, that's that. He's an in between like a Tebow and a Winston when
Yeah.
it comes to his speeches. So, and then on the other side we got Ole Miss. Who would have thought? They beat Georgia by a field goal. Um, Not to mention, even though Lane Kiffin is not coaching there anymore, LSU he did have a clause in his contract if Ole Miss advances, LSU would pay him his tournament bonuses. So I mean, hey, that works out. The farther they go, the more he gets paid. And then on the other side, we got Miami. I thought we were going to see a Miami
Yeah.
Georgia rematch. Well, not rematch, but matchup to see Beck go against his old team. But sure, Georgia's kind of wishing he was still there. But uh, I mean, I won't say the U is back, but if they get into this championship game and they're able to win it, I mean, the U might be back, man.
Man, their offense is so bad. Um, Carson Beck is like that offense did. I mean, other than that, the last drive that kind of sealed the game, the offense didn't do anything. Um, I don't know. I like their defense is obviously legit. Their front seven's extremely, extremely good. Um, I think Ole Miss is probably a little bit more dynamic than Ohio State. And offensively, at least, I don't think they have the defense, but they may not need it against Miami. So I would love to see Ole Miss in this championship game. I think it would be hilarious, just from a Lane Kiffin point of view. But like an Ole Miss Indiana um, would be a wild final game that I don't think anyone a year ago would think that. So
Yeah, I don't think
yeah,
anybody would have that on their bingo card, but
no, no,
yeah, these are the teams a lot of people did not have in the championship game.
hmm
Some people might have predicted Indiana, but they couldn't wrap their head around them getting to the big game because they figured they
right,
were more of the
right.
smaller school. But um, I mean, you just gotta. It's a lot of parity coming in college football. So
That's what I mean. That's the one upside of the NIL and the transfer portal. I think is that you can build up a team, and it can backfire. Obviously, we've seen it at Florida State, but you can build up a team pretty quickly with the right coach. Like Signetti going to Indiana, taking a lot of the JMU guys that where they were, good
mhm.
players, and then obviously guys that he was recruiting, pulling them up there, and portal guys. So yeah, I think you can turn programs around fairly quickly if you're good at it, and he's done that.
Oh yeah. So I mean, it's crazy how all these think 3 of the 4 were on Saban's staff. So um, just shows the impact he had as a head coach. So
Yep.
and then yeah, NHL. I mean, race to the playoffs. I mean, it's pretty much close between all these teams.
Yeah,
Um,
except for Colorado, who's only got 3 regulation losses.
yeah, I mean, outside of them, I
It's
mean,
crazy.
it looks like they're kind of on a, I don't say a vengeance tour, but
Yeah, they were hurt last year. I mean, the last couple of years, I think they were pretty beat up. So they're I mean, not a vengeance tour, but they're definitely they want to show people what they're made of. So
yeah, they were one of the teams a few years ago where they kind of changed the game as far as their pace of play, the way they were able to score, the way they were able to defend. A lot of teams have kind of mimicked what they were doing. Then they were just going through a bunch of injuries. So, like you said, it looks like they're back on track right now. One of those teams we kind of thought would be always in the mix. One of the better defenders in the league. Um, one of the top scorers in the league as well.
hmm
A lot of I don't want to say McKinnon doesn't get as much praise as what's his name, but um, as I can't think of his name. Um, uh,
what are you thinking of?
McDavid as
Oh,
McDavid.
McDavid. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah. But I mean, he's pretty much up there though. So
yeah, yeah. I mean, it's McDavid. Um, Obviously, he's a step above everybody else, and then you have McKinnon and Austin Matthews and guys like that.
yeah, I mean, I think when Maker on defense is just they put themselves in a great position.
Yeah,
I mean, he always has a ton of assists each year as a
yeah,
defensive player. It's like not even close.
he does. He's awesome.
So we have to wait and see how things unfold for these other teams. Because pretty much all the other teams are separated by like 1 or 2 games
Yeah,
outside
yeah.
of
Everything else
Colorado.
close.
Yeah. So we'll keep you posted. And then I think that's it for sports. I don't think there's anything else. I know the golf got kicked off till the 15th or something. I know one of them got
Yeah, so
canceled.
they're supposed to play this weekend. That got canceled. They kick off next week in Honolulu, I think.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
Sony.
it's Sony Open. Yeah, so that starts next week. It sucks because they had some pictures of Kapalua where they play the Century, which is usually this week, and it's usually like the everyone who won last year or something like that. It's like top 50 players.
Hmm.
But the course is they canceled it because the course is in rough shape. But they had some pictures of it and it looks amazing right now. So it kind of, they had to make a decision. They did, and unfortunately, it's well, fortunately for the course, it's in good shape now. But unfortunately for us, we don't get to see it because it's one of the prettier courses that they play.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully I don't say they are able to double. I feel like they could, but they never do that. They never like double back to a like
No,
we.
no, that's it. You won't see
Yeah.
it till next year.
So hopefully they can get it together for next year, and then we can see
hmm
that beautiful course. But um, like I said, other than that, I don't think there's anything else in sports going on. So.
hmm
And then it's that time again, ladies and gentlemen. We got another edition of JD's Bites and Brew, which we got for us.
All right, so we're back on the old New Year's eating healthy. Gonna do one I haven't done before, a breakfast. Um, so this is something I've read a lot about and I've seen, but I've never made. So I did some overnight oats. You ever done this
Okay.
before?
Not overnight. I've done like the quick instant oats, but
Yeah, yeah.
never
So
anything like that.
so it took a half a cup of just old fashioned stone rolled oats, half a cup of milk. I had a scoop of whey protein powder, Mixed that all together, topped it with some cinnamon, and then let that sit overnight. Um, when I came down to eat it this morning for breakfast, took it out again, stirred it, cut half a banana into it, added some melted coconut peanut butter,
Okay.
and then a little bit of granola as well. And then it's super high protein, which I didn't wasn't thinking of, and pretty filling for a small meal, which is what I've kind of been shooting for. And it doesn't feel like you're eating like sometimes for these high protein breakfasts you gotta get a ton of eggs and sausage and all that, and you're kind of, I don't know, I don't feel as great after that, but this one I thought was pretty good.
Yeah, I feel like though anytime I had like the instant ones, I've always added like granola, some kind of nuts into it.
Yeah.
Because it gives you a lot of fiber. That fiber is good for stomach digestion.
Oh yeah.
Lowers your cholesterol for the
Oh yeah.
healthy people out there, and then also it craves hunger. So
For
you will
sure.
be you're able to go longer without eating. Even though you're eating more healthier, you're
Yeah.
still getting the same amount of protein and stuff that you need in order to
Absolutely.
survive, so to say. So that definitely some of those things like that, I definitely love eating once in a while. So
For sure. For sure.
and then what you guys drink that down with? Hopefully something healthy.
Well, I'm gonna go back to the beer. I didn't drink it down. I didn't drink the beer down with that this morning, but this is a beer I had over Christmas break. It's do one more winter ale because I thought this one was pretty good. It's called Cold Mountain. It's out of Highland Brewing, which is in Asheville, North Carolina. So they had us on the golf course. It was it's a holiday kind of ale. It has the vanilla, cinnamon, a little bit of hazelnut flavor. Um, but this is it's a good, I think it's a good cold weather beer. It was a little chilly when we played, so it hit pretty good. Obviously in the summer you like the pilsners and the IPAs and things like that, but this one was a good, spicy, cold weather ale. Thought it was definitely pretty solid. So I'm gonna give it a 7.7.
Oh man, you almost hit it, man.
Almost.
Well, I mean that sounds good. I mean it's still wild though. It's still would have been wild if you would have drunk that right after having that. I'd be like, oh man, your stomach would have been going crazy, man.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No. 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 That was this was a previously consumed beverage.
But I mean that still sounds good. I'll definitely have to add that to the list. I might not be able to drink that till later on in the year.
No. Wait
Once
till wait till next October.
yeah, once the New Year's resolutions kick off, kick
Oh
or
yeah.
die down. And then that's JD's Bites and Brew, everybody. And then this week for the BRRs, I mean, caught up on some movies, caught up on some TV shows. As far as the TV shows, Mayor of Kingstown, they finished up, at a finale. They also got renewed for another season, which is going to be the last season, season 5. This is one of the better seasons of the year of the series.
Yeah.
Um, like the direction they were going in. I'm interested to see how they finish it. Um, did you see any of it yet, or
All
you don't
done.
want to get?
Yep. All caught up.
Oh, okay. Um, I thought the season 9 was all right. I don't think it was like banging where like
No,
um
the annoying part for me, I really liked the season. I thought it was good. Um, the the annoying part for me, I think, was with the Colombians sort of getting away.
oh yeah,
Um,
that was dumb. They
like,
should have just killed
uh,
him.
yeah, oh, yeah, obviously, like what, or like have two guys with guns just like on him, right? Like what do you guys do? How do you take how do you take out two guys? Like, come on. But yeah, other than that, I thought it was really good. I just because there's a lot of things with the Colombians, right? You got the warden, you got the whole inside there, you got Bunny's whole side, and obviously I'm guessing that season 5 is going to be Colombians versus Crips battle for the town, and who knows what happens there. But yeah, I think you've erased the Aryans with Merle going down and them taking out the tactical guys there. But yeah, I thought it was a good storyline. I thought adding that the CO in there was good. They don't do too much of a love story type deals in there. So having Mike having a little bit of a crush on someone
Hmm.
was good. But yeah, Bunny was awesome. Again, he's such a great character. And then what how they set up Frank Moses, I thought was um, interesting. I'm surprised he didn't take off his tape before killing. Obviously, he would have said that he's being set up or whatever, and that would
Yeah.
have ruined that. But for a guy that didn't really get caught ever in 40 plus years of doing it, to just go in and kind of kill this guy that was handed to him is a little strange. But that's neither here nor there.
Yeah, I think it was more so they were able to get him because they took out his number two guy. I think that guy was
Yeah. Well,
a
yeah.
lot
Yeah.
a lot of the head, a lot of the brain
Right.
stuff going on. So
Right, and that's what they want you to be like, because he came unhinged because he lost his best friend, basically.
yeah. But I'm interested to see how things shake up in the jail with him there,
Hmm.
and the other guys. So, but I feel like next season they're either gonna have to kill Mike. Like I feel like Bunny's gonna kill Mike next season. That's gonna be
I
my
I
my
I
theory.
think I think I think I think Bunny's gonna take over the town and Mike's gonna exit. I think he's gonna leave the town with the girl,
Maybe, I don't know. I feel
because
like
it's him and Kyle, right? There's nothing left, and they sort of hinted at Ian with the scratch ticket. Curious if he hit big and he's gonna be leaving,
oh yeah, he's gone. He's
especially
out of there.
right.
He's out of there.
Yeah. So I think it ends. I think it ends with basically Bunny running the show, inside and out, and everyone else kind of exits.
Yeah, but I feel like Bunny's the guy that can't die on the show. So,
Yeah, yeah.
um, so and then we had Stranger Things, man. Season 5. Um, they put out a series of episodes. They put out the first was it four? First 4 or 5. Come was it Christmas time? No, no. What was it? When they
They
put out the
did
first 4?
they did
Thanksgiving or something?
4 on Thanksgiving, and then they did 3 on Christmas Eve, and then 1 on New Year's Eve,
Yeah. So I mean, the first
and
4,
then
the
and then
first
maybe 1 tomorrow. We don't know.
yeah, that's the theory. We'll get into it. I mean, the first 4 were great. I like the way it ended. They had a nice build up
Hmm.
of getting to the action. When Will got the powers, I thought that was great.
Yep.
Um, I was curious to see where it would go for the rest of the episodes. As far as the next 3 episodes, I thought it was more lackluster. Um, they made it seem like it was going to be a lot more action. Um, even though the first episode did kick off nicely, um, but then I felt like they went downhill for the next 2. And then as far as the finale, that first hour was great. That second hour was unneeded in my opinion. But I still like they left a lot of unanswered stuff. As far as the series, man, how'd you feel about it?
Yeah, I didn't think the second 3 were that bad. Thought there was some good stuff in there. They my issue is that down the stretch they sort of dragged out these monologues when like shit's hitting the fan, and you get these people just like talking. It's like, what are you doing?
Yeah,
Um, I really liked the Max and Holly dynamic. I thought that was really well done. And then kind of Holly taking over while with all the kids there. I thought that was good. I really thought the scene uh, where Vecna gets what's his face Hopper to pull Elle out of the water was really cool.
yeah,
Um, And I think people are like, oh, the battle scene, the battle scene. I mean, I think we all kind of knew what was going to happen. So I don't know. It was fine. Like L versus Vecna, sort of knew that L was going to win. Didn't know how. And then obviously, Joyce taking the hatchet to his head
I
was a
was
good
like,
one.
really, Joyce?
Oh, that
You
was a
come
lot of
in.
wax.
She came in for the last blow. I was like, come on, Joyce,
Yeah.
really?
But yeah, I thought it was fine. Yeah, I did like how they sort of figured it out what he was going to do, or what he was planning to do. Uh, I don't. It turns into like this inception thing though. Like you're in his mind, and did it really happen? Who's where and what's in? Like how are these people getting like? How did they get into Nancy's mind? Like I get really confused when that stuff starts happening. Um, but yeah, I thought it was good. Good, not great. They kind of closed out a bunch of things. Um, I still I have real issues with the army whole army deal, and I know Tom was saying that they're corrupt army members, but it's still like
They're,
army, and they're still just killing a billion army people like any way you slice it.
yeah,
Like
they're not the
uh,
brightest. So
yeah, I just that was weird. And yeah, the last hour. I I felt like I kept waiting for like something to like
yeah,
flip
something
like,
happened.
and I think that was their point, but it was just like at the end you're just like, oh, okay, it was just like a
I went
status,
by.
what's going on. Yeah, like it was
Yeah,
just too long. Like that could have been 10 to 15 minutes max.
yeah. They could have said, 6 months later, and then
Yeah,
showed everybody happy, and then
yeah, right.
cut, give them a little cut scene, a minute each of a cut scene of where they're
Yeah,
at now.
100%.
Um, so like I felt like I said, they could have gave us for that last hour. They could have gave us more stuff on Vecna and that situation, is him
Right.
finding the rock, more information on where the rock came from. I mean, but obviously, like Tom said, they want to save it. He said it's in a play or some nonsense, but I didn't come here to go watch a play. I came to watch
Right.
Strange
Right.
Things. So, but I mean, they're planning a bunch of spin-offs. Let's see if we get
Hmm.
that information in spin-offs. I mean, that's one way to keep us watching, because they're gonna give us the information we want in those later shows. But let's see, man. I mean, the rumor is that there's another episode coming out on Wednesday the 7th. Um, they showed a lot of. I saw somebody do a straight deep dive as
Hmm.
far as like why the last episode was fake, because they showed certain people with their hands in reverse. Certain things that were red were turned gray.
Yeah.
Um, and I mean, it was a crazy deep dive. It kind of makes you believe something's going on tomorrow. But
Yeah.
um, I think, like I said, I think if they did release a secret episode tomorrow, I think this catapults the show anywhere between the top 10, top 20 shows of all time, maybe even the top 10, because something like this has never been done before. Um, as far as a secret drop, as far as the
It would be
final
it would be
episode.
really I don't think it's gonna happen, but it would be really cool.
Yeah, I think it would give the show a lot more brownie points in that area. Um, but that last episode would have to be phenomenal.
Right.
It can be a lackluster episode like the last hour of the eighth episode. So um, we're gonna see. I mean, everybody's gonna be tuned in on the 7th to see if
Hmm.
anything drops. There's a lot of theories. I'm seeing a lot of stuff. People bringing a lot of evidence. I don't know if that.
Instagram is loaded right now with this.
Yeah, I don't know if it's true or not, but I mean, we're gonna have to wait and see, man.
Yeah.
And then Emily in Paris. Um, show's all right, man. Um,
I still haven't watched it.
yeah, it's kind of one of those background shows. You can put it on and do stuff while it's on.
Hmm.
Um, it's like a rom-com. It's all right, man. Uh, the ladies love it, so I mean, it's one of those shows. Then we had Bland Man. 2 episodes in on the new season. Um, I'm interested to see where the show goes. They introduced some new characters. Don't want to give anything away, but
Yeah, I'm up to date.
oh, you finished it or you're on 8?
Yeah, well, there's one more episode, I think. Yeah, I've watched 8 episodes.
Oh yeah, I'm only on 2. So um,
Yeah, we'll have to
how
give
you
the rundown next week. It's fine. Not as good as season one.
one? Yeah,
Too
that
much.
was the feeling it gave me.
Yeah, for me, there's too much. Too many love stories. Like I don't know. I just you got the kid and the Hispanic girl there. You got Billy Bob and his crazy ex-wife slash wife. Um, so and there's another one that'll come in and you're just like I just want to know what's going on. I want this Andy Garcia versus Billy Bob Thornton here, right? I don't want
Yeah,
so, but it's okay. Not a complete loss, but there's a also Demi Moore looks like Courtney Cox, which I thought was weird.
yeah, it was all that lipo, man. So
Yeah,
she looks a lot different. Like her facial
yeah,
expressions, like she doesn't look like the Demi Moore of old. She's
no,
kind of unrecognizable. Um, so, but it's crazy when you see her and then you see the wife. Like the difference between like I don't say being
oh,
more natural compared to
Ali Larder,
yeah being more natural
yeah, yeah,
compared to
oh yeah,
the
100%,
lipo. So,
yeah,
but I'll definitely catch up and then we can give the full review this week. So or
nice.
next week. Um, and then I got some other shows still queued up, Purvis and some other ones. So I'll definitely get to those. As far as movies, I checked out Housemaids. That's the movie with it's based off a book. It's the one with Sydney Sweeney.
Hmm.
You know why I watched it. So um,
Yep.
definitely it caught me by surprise. It actually wasn't a bad movie. Um, pretty much about Sydney Sweeney's character who is kind of out on her luck, so to say, and
Hmm.
she's trying to find a job, and she ends up becoming a housemaid, and but it's not a normal house, so um, she kind of goes through some stuff goes down to being the housemaid. Um, like I said, apparently this is based off a book. Um, this is probably I ain't gonna lie if they made another they could based off of what I heard from the book and if they make a part two, I wouldn't mind seeing this seeing the part two. So good concept.
Okay.
I
Okay.
don't want to give anything away. Um, you probably asked Michelle if she read the book. She might have.
I think
Um,
she did. Yeah.
yeah. So it's like I said, it caught me by surprise. If you take a look and watch it, you're probably trying to be guessing what's going on. But overall, it was a nice mix of entertainment. So
Nice.
then checked out Avatar: Fire and Ash. Movie's not bad. Takes place pretty much right after the last one. Um, lot of action going on. Um, I feel like it was just okay, man. I feel like I don't know. Maybe I'm not just not a huge fan of the Avatar series. I just feel like it's okay, man. Um, I don't feel like there's anything special in Avatar, like compared to like when you watch The Matrix, you're like, oh, this movie changed the game. Like, I don't feel like when I watch Avatar, I'm not like, oh, this is so innovative or like I'm not really like too drawn in when it comes to Avatar. So it was all right, man. Definitely
Yeah.
something you could check out if you follow the other series, but it's not it's not something that I say you would be missing out if you
Sure.
didn't watch it. So and then checked out the remake of The Running Man. Um, I hate to say it, man. Just skip this movie, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not really. Obviously, it doesn't compare to the old Running Man movie. They kind of have a different take. Not really too much different take on the movie, but compared to the original, it's just okay, man. It's not like
Yeah.
it's just it's all right, man. It's just not really like when I think of like
Not
action
your cup of tea.
I don't want to say a cup of tea is like not really like when you think of action movies, those old school action movies where Arnold Schwarzenegger, where like a lot of things was blowing up, going on. It's not really, it's not really hitting like the old ones, man.
Hmm.
I feel like maybe it's just too much. I feel like it was not enough seriousness in the movie, but
Right. Okay.
that's my opinion. But definitely, something I feel like you can skip and you're not really missing much. So,
Okay. Okay.
and then outside of that, I mean, we got 2026 shows coming up. Um, we got the pit coming up this week, so that's gonna be good. Give us something weekly to watch again. And then the Game of Thrones, I think, in another week and a half. So stuff's coming back.
Getting ready to line some shows up here.
Oh yeah. Um, looking forward to the pit coming back. So
Yeah.
that'll keep us entertained until it's time for Euphoria and some of the other shows.
Yep.
That's pretty much it. That's all I got. Right, ladies and gentlemen. Until next time.
Till next time, Rich.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I think that this Sunday.